Hi, everyone. Welcome. If I can get there, we go. Much better. Welcome this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I know it was like short notice. I put up on my socials that I was going to do my live today, or doesn't matter, right? We can always watch these on the replay. So, welcome to the new moon card pull. And this is a new moon in Gemini. Of course, as most of you know, I follow Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary. She puts it out every year, and it is a wonderful, if you're really interested in understanding the lunar phases and how much energy that can bring to us. She has wonderful journal prompts and things to ponder on. So today, this new moon in Gemini brings in a lot of different energies. There's some other things going on astrologically too. Next week, I'm pretty sure Saturn and Jupiter are going to be connecting. But what this Gemini sign is bringing in is a reminder to us that a lot of us have been kind of going within ourselves, kind of staying in our little bubble, so to speak, and working and honing on new things. And this is a time to come back out, come out of that bubble, come out of that shell, and express yourself at a larger expression. So that's the energies. Now we are actually coming on the summer solstice up here in the northern hemisphere. And I had a wonderful evening last night in bringing that energy in. It does happen next week on the 21st. However, with most astrological things and things that happen out there in the cosmos, the energy is there a couple of days before and, of course, after. So we are coming into this beautiful summertime where the days are longer. We can get outside more and really just commune more with nature. And I was so grateful and blessed to be with the soul dance community here in Atlanta. And if any of you guys ever come and visit Atlanta, check out Soul Dance. I'll put the website in the description below. It's spelled SOL as in the sun, Soul Dance Community. And I've been with them, and they're an ecstatic dance community for almost 2 years now. I found them a year and a half ago. My birthday, I was really wanting to learn to dance, and a friend of mine from the drum circle mentioned it to me. So last night was their 3-year anniversary of creating this wonderful container and community to where we can come and dance and be together and raise the energy of this beautiful planet. So we were celebrating the summer solstice last night, and it was lovely. We started at 7 and ended at 10, and we had a wonderful opening ceremony, did some movement with one of the people there named Yolanda, and she also is an ecstatic dance person as well. But ecstatic dance is also, it is intentional dancing, and there is no alcohol or drugs involved. You come into this wonderful safe space and you express yourself however you would like to. So the summer solstice dance last night was amazing. I did put some things in my stories on Instagram. They had a beautiful artist there who was doing face painting, and I felt called to finally do that. I've always wanted to have that done, and I felt like my summery self. So I also did want to read, because we are dealing with the summer solstice. This is a book called Prayers of Honoring Voice by Pixie Lighthorse. And the yoga studio I'm a part of, this online yoga studio, the Body, Mind, Soul Studio, they read from this book a lot when I first joined them. And it's a wonderful book because it goes through the seasons. And so I was going to read about the season of summer. So it's just a short little paragraph. So the season is summer, and the direction is south, and the element is fire. And as I'm learning in my Qigong studies, that of course is Chinese medicine. So we are in the fire season. So in the south, the traveler is presented with options for taking actions and making agreements. It is the stage in which commitment to something greater than oneself is discovered. Vows are bonded, integrity determined, leaps taken, and pointed questions asked. Vision becomes reality at this stage, enabling an individual to put their talk to test in order to walk the walk. Impeccable choices support creative journeys and prevent unnecessary detours. So, as we've mentioned, or was mentioned about the new moon energy, it is a time for us to come into these things that we have been working on to bring them to fruition. In my personal life, I've been working, and I know you guys are aware, on becoming a Qigong instructor and bringing that out. And it is a slow uptick for me, but I'm doing it. And I know a lot of you out there are working on new things, new adventures. So it's time to put yourself out there a little bit more. So that's our energy that we've got going on with this new moon. So, of course, I have been in here this morning in my sacred space, and I'm going to go ahead and actually burn some sweet grass. I mentioned this on my last video, and this is a wonderful thing you can do at the end of a meditation or a ceremony, but I'm going to do it at the beginning because it's actually kind of a nod to the summer solstice. And I'm going to bring in the sweetness of summer. You know, summer is all about enjoying the sweet things in life. Cherries, peaches, watermelon. And this sweet grass is just a wonderful representation of that. So I'm just kind of burning it a little bit, and I'm just going to fan it here with my beautiful fan and just send that out to you. And it smells so wonderful. And just get our space ready for this wonderful card pull and to see what our spirit guides are going to bring in for us today. What are the messages coming in? And this is going to be a 6-card pull. So grab your favorite beverage because it's usually about a 30-minute, might be a little bit more since I read in the book. So just sit back and relax and let's see what source is bringing in for us. So if you would please just put your feet on the floor where you are. Let's get grounded together in this space. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. We can all come into this space together and leave everything else at the door. Last one, inhale. Just imagine breathing in that sweet grass smell and that beautiful bright sunshine of summer. And exhaling anything that's no longer serving you. Igniting that fire of summer. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can feel my beautiful people here with me. All right. So I am actually going to use a deck that I don't think I've actually used. And it's another one of my favorites. I am a big fan of Kyle Gray. And if you're not sure who he is, go check him out. You can just type in Kyle Gray and it'll pull up. But he's a spiritual mentor I've definitely used a lot in the past years. But it's called the Angel Guide Oracle. And this one is specifically, according to Kyle, from our guardian angels. We do have an angel that is with us through all of our lifetimes, if you do believe in that. And our guardian angel is always there, really protecting us and assisting us and listening to our intuition and helping us when we do have challenges that come up. So I figured, it's just a wonderful way, in my opinion, to start the summer off with, hey, I just imagine me and my guardian angel. It's summertime. Let's go enjoy some things together and show some gratitude for our spirits and our guides that are with us all the time. And this is a beautiful time to celebrate that. So this is a new moon intention activation spread. And I've got this spread from Colette Baron Reed. She has it in her Goddess Power Oracle deck. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards here a little bit, and then we'll get on to pulling the cards. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to everyone who's celebrating that. I know I'm getting a little bit more towards, all these Hallmark card celebrations and oh my goodness, but we can still celebrate our fathers. I celebrate my father and my mother every day. But happy Father's Day to everyone out there. All right. So let's see here. Okay. Thank you, angels and our guardian angels and our spirit guides, for revealing to us what we need to know at this new moon in Gemini. We are willing to listen, and we thank you for your presence. All right, let's see what we got here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 6 it is. Okay. All right. So let's get this spread going, shall we? See what we've got. Okay, excellent. 1, 2. Oh, I love it. I love it. Got one of my most favorite cards. Oh, these are lovely. Such wonderful, positive messages coming from our angels here. Our guardian angels have all come together here, right? And let's see here. Okay, so the first card is, what is the quality of intention? What do I need to know at this time? What is the quality of the intention that we're going to be setting? And I also want to mention, this new moons are always a wonderful time to sit down, get your journal out, and think about the things that you want to start co-creating or creating for yourself in this upcoming month. And it could be something that you've been continuing to work on, like myself. And mine is just continuing to work on my Qigong studies and to understand all I can about the things that are connected to that. But you can start to set these small goals for yourself. So maybe after this card pull, go sit down, grab another beverage, and write out some things that maybe you want to work on this upcoming month. So the first one is clear, cancel, and release. So this is a time where we can continue to work on letting go of limiting beliefs, old patterns, behaviors, things that we keep telling ourselves that we cannot do something when we can. We do have the capacity to do that. So the quality of the intention at this time of the new moon is to keep clearing and releasing things that continue to pull on us, things that we really don't want to be a part of any longer, to finally clear them, cancel, and release. And actually on this card, it's a mudra, and I can't think of the name of it at the moment, but in a Qigong practice that my instructor, Marissa, does, it's putting your hands up. And this is actually a protection mudra. And I do it a lot. I do. When I'm driving through certain areas of town that I don't feel good energy is in, I put my hands up. And it's a protection, and it cancels out negative energy. We are energetic beings, and this is a form of protecting yourself. And so that is what this angel is saying, to remember to protect yourself and to clear and cut those cords that are no longer serving you. And keep working on that. It's not a one and done situation. Life is a spiral. It's going to keep coming back in. These lessons are going to keep coming in. And so every time we try to or do our best to look at it in a different way and clear it out. We have a lot that we've been holding in our hearts. So just be patient with yourself. The second card, how do I co-create from my most empowered self? Very simple, very specific. Earth and ground. Since it is warmer here in the Northern Hemisphere, remember when you feel out of sorts, it is the simplest thing to go outside, slip off those sandals, and put your feet on Mother Earth and let her ground you and earth you in. I'm sure some of you have heard in meditations, and I do it too, where I imagine roots at my feet. There's roots coming out of the bottom of my feet down into Mother Earth, down into the core of her, and keeping us rooted and grounded. There's so much fear mongering going on right now. It has amped up, and it is hard to know which way is up. And the easiest thing to do is to go outside and connect with Mother Earth. So that is how we co-create from our most empowered self, by staying grounded and centered in ourself. There's a Qigong move that is called centering, or the integration flow, actually, where you inhale up and you bring your hand down. Keep your hand, of course, in this L shape. You exhale down, you inhale up the right hand and exhale down. And this will center your energy. It's a simple move, but it can and it will center your energy. I use it often because life, right? All right, so that was how do we co-create from our most empowered self? The third card, what action do I need to take to ignite my magic at this new moon time? And it is the card that I got yesterday. Yes. So what do I need to take action? Say yes to the opportunities that are coming up. Be discerning because there's so much coming up. For me, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of opportunities. And say yes to those ones that really make your heart sing, that make you feel comfortable. If you feel any uneasiness or like, oh, then that could be a no. But saying yes, yes to the things that maybe you've put off. Yes to the things where someone keeps asking you, would you like to? Yes, finally say yes. And this is beautiful. What a wonderful way to start the summer, with saying yes to all these opportunities that are coming up for us. So the fourth card is, what do I need to co-create for my highest good? And it's joy and contentment. What do I need to co-create for my highest good? Coming from a place of love. And those parts of love are joy and contentment. Not overdoing, not over pushing. It's kind of hard because, we have these things we want to say yes to, and we want to create these things. But like myself, and I'm sure a lot of you, I want to push. I want everything to be done right here, right now. I want that instant gratification. I want everything done so I can just be done with all of it. And that is not a way to really create in a positive way. That isn't contentedness, is it? Because we're pushing. So how we co-create, how do I co-create for my highest good, is really coming from a place of joy. And what makes me feel content? What makes my shoulders relax? So remember, we all have that love and joy in our heart. And summer is all about joy. The sun is just a joyous, wonderful thing. So keep that in mind when you're co-creating. Bring that joy to every meeting you have, right? Every connection you're making. So the fifth card is, what is the potential outcome of this new moon in Gemini? And this one is really close to my heart, and it should be to yours too. Self-acceptance. What is the potential outcome of my intention? My new moon intention that I'm setting for myself for this month. And it's loving and accepting ourselves. That is the true fountain of youth. That was actually the calendar card. I do a Louise Hay calendar and I put it in my stories and Instagram. And it was the more that we love ourselves, the more younger we look and feel. So, can you drop the negative talk? Can you really love and accept all the pieces of yourself? Because now is the time to keep doing that. In moments where I feel tired or sad, or I just love and accept myself where I am. And I take those moments of rest, which is what I'm going to be doing today, because it's been a busy couple of days. And I was out late doing the soul dance last night. And I'm pretty tired today, but I'm joyous about that because I accept myself where I am. And instead of doing all these things I had planned for myself, I know that I'll get to those. And so I'm going to listen and with self-acceptance, love it, love where I am right now. It's a very important thing. It's one of the things that have helped me learn about myself. Self-acceptance. Let go of the self-sabotaging. You are energy and you are a child of source, and you can do anything that you want. The universe is here to support us. So the last card is, how, if at all, do I course correct to be in better alignment with my intention? So let's say, you get a little off, or you start to, doubt yourself, start doing the negative talk, start beating yourself up. And I'm actually going to read the book from this one. It's Mother, Father, God. So again, how, if at all, do I course correct to be in better alignment with my intention? And that really is, in essence, staying connected to source. Whatever you call that deity, that higher power, that energy that is larger than us, the energy that created us. I have started calling it source or creator, because that is a co-creation right there. I'm connected to source, and I know that whenever I start to feel doubt, when I start to bring in negative talk, if I step away from whatever it is, I go earth and ground and go step out on my little bitty deck out here and look at the trees, look at the sky, the birds, the insects, and I connect to source. That is the closest connection to source, in my opinion. So doing that all by itself, right? So instead of me reading from the book, because there's no need to, Mother, Father, God, that's pretty direct there. So when we feel off balance, we just connect to whatever it is that we connect to when we're in our prayer time, our meditation time, our moments of stillness. So I always forget to do this, and I amazingly enough have some extra time here, trying to keep it under 30 minutes. So as I mentioned before, one of my sweetest friends who introduced me to oracle card reading said, I like to look at the bottom of the deck after I've done the reading. And it is an overall feel of this card pull. And this is the best way to end this card pull. It is healing energy. And I know this archangel very well. It's Archangel Raphael that's being depicted here. Now, I feel that angels aren't really male or female, in my opinion. Some might have more than one or the other, but Archangel Raphael is in healing energy. So the overall feel of this wonderful card pull is everything that we're cultivating here. We are cultivating and healing ourselves. This is a serious time of healing for all of us in this world. And the more that we stay on track with co-creating ourselves, with clearing and canceling and with staying grounded, with finding when we're saying yes to opportunities that we are feeling joy and contentment when we're saying that yes. To have self-acceptance, to love yourself through all of it. And when we do have those moments of self-doubt and what am I doing, then we know that we can connect to Source, that they are always there, ready for us to ask them for help, for help. And that's the other thing too. You know, we can pray to all of these things, but we need to ask for help and then be open to receive it. So when we're utilizing all of these wonderful energies together, we are healing ourselves and we are healing the world. And that might sound a little, that is kind of, that doesn't sound right. It is right. Because we are letting go and becoming more of our true selves. And so that resonates and that comes out like a drop of water, a ripple effect. And you start to attract people that feel the same way. I'm noticing that myself. I'm in these wonderful communities now that I was not a part of a couple of years ago. So stay the course. Things can be very heavy right now, but know that our hearts, this is the summertime, this is the fire time, this is concentrating on opening our heart, releasing the things that have been, kind of heavy on the heart. I hope this has brought you some insight. Remember, it's a wonderful time to grab your journal, write down the things that you want to create in this next month. And I'll be back, of course, because now we've got that new moon, dark sky there, right? And it's going to start to wax and get larger. So I'll be back next week for that. In the meantime, keep that joy in your heart. Keep loving yourself. Keep releasing what is no longer serving you. And keep doing things that bring joy and contentment to yourself. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day and know that I am always sending you peace, love, and soul. Thank you.